Welcome back. We see as Status Quo took game number 1, and we are jumping right into game number 2. This is going to be Team Slayer on Countdown. I did it right that time.
That was good.
Yeah. You know, the whole order of things makes sense.
Usually, yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, so now we are going to be jumping. We're going to be starting this game off, Team Slayer on Countdown, with Flamesword here. He had 12 assists, but, you know, he does get enough credit, but he can slay.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone on their team can slay when needed.
Flamesword actually going straight for the sniper.
That was a really quick start.
And
he was shooting very well last game, too.
So Flamesword now is going to be controlling the vent, and it seems that this map has really turned into not so much stalemate, but much slower pace than what we're used to seeing.
Yep.
Now why is that, Cowie?
Teams are just cautious to give up a big lead to the other team, I feel.
I just feel like, you know, the slow play, especially for a team who's coming in hot like Status Quo, they should definitely be more aggressive. Now, do you take that into consideration, or is it always just, you know, no dumb deaths?
Well, you always want to take that into consideration, but trying to, you know, not give up those dumb deaths where you finish a kill, you're weak, and you poke out and die to someone across the map or something like that. You know, you want to play as smart as possible, and it's really about trying to, you know, keep your team in it until you can get that advantage that you want. You don't want to give up too many easy deaths when the other team has the power weapons or has advantage on you. You know, you want to play as smart as possible until your team has that advantage.
Gotcha. So Assault's going to shoot a rocket. He is going to be taken down. Active Rush now.
Great play from Active Rush.
Right?
2 weak guys there, and rockets for Assault. He wasn't able to pick up a kill and died.
So now Active Rush will have top control. Frosty is going to be grabbing the jetpack. He should be getting up to his radio anytime now. Ares will be airing up to the vent. Sneaky Beaver now is controlling the health pack along with Elum Knight, sorry. And they're really just overwhelming here, and Status Quo has to do a good job of getting up top.
Yeah, they're all dying and getting weak here too.
Active Rush.
They weren't able to finish Ace. Ace was weak up in the vent for 15 seconds there and wasn't able to get cleaned up.
Now that seems like an amateur mistake to me. They dropped out of top control chasing after a kill. Do you think that's really the reason there?
Somewhat, yeah. I don't know if there was miscommunication with where the Status Quo team members were, but it's definitely a lot better for the team to stay up top rather than try to finish those kills. You can let those kills go. You want to keep control.
Gotcha. So now we see as Ares has a sniper rifle. I did not know he even had that. He's going to barely miss Enable, and now he's going to clean him up with his team. You have Frosty hanging out with Ares right beside him. Elum Knight's taken down, and Sneaky Beaver's coming up the stairs. So it looks as though they will be getting top control. But on the other side, Flamesword is actually the only one who was in a position, and his face just got ripped off.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Active Rush's coach here, too. Ares was outside and knew exactly when the power-up was coming up. He got that custom overshield, and you saw the Status Quo team member run away as soon as he saw them. He knew that he had OS there.
Now, how important is overshield on this map, Towie? I see different. I get mixed results.
It is, but it isn't. Also, I mean, it's important to get if you're out there, but it's really not important to sacrifice map control or positioning for it. You know, if 2 guys shooting the OS guy will win every single time, and you don't want to give up, you know, your team's positioning on the map just to try to get that overshield.
Lost the lead.
Gotcha. And you know, something that was interesting was when Believe the Hype was actually playing Active Rush, Maniac said Sneaky Beaver has the best DMR he's ever seen. And Sneaky Beaver, this is such a perfect transition because right before he was dead, he just got a killing spree. So
he's certainly surprising me. I haven't seen too much of his gameplay, and he's certainly playing a lot better than I thought him or his team would play.
Yeah, so really, these guys kind of float around. These guys float around the 9 through 12. Now, is it surprising to you, I mean, that they really took down Turning Point? I mean, there's a lot of discrepancy about Ninja nowadays.
Certainly.
And you know, Ninja's main thing is everyone loves Ninja because he's so engaged in the community and he's an awesome guy, but he just doesn't seem to be able to perform when needed.
Right. No, it was the same way against our team when we played them, too. It's hard to have someone on your team like that does so well against lower seeded teams, but when they face those tougher teams, aren't able to put up those big slays that the team needs for them to win.
So now, how do you really turn into that player? So, I mean, is like can a coach help him out? Like, does he just need to be calmed down, or is it just like the practicing?
It must have to do with his practicing and knowing when and where to go with his teammates instead of, you know, trying so hard to focus on certain aspects of the game.
Gotcha. So it is going to finally Status Quo will be taking the lead here. We were seeing as a stalemate was going to happen, and it is 26-24. Really 28 to 25, and Active Rush is not in the best positioning here as Status Quo has all members up top. Flamesword has the sniper, Enable is watching the drop down, and Ace is sitting at the radio. Assault is just getting ready to come up as soon as he gets the jetpack. So how does Active Rush come? Do you go up the stairs or do you try to go up the vent?
You know, I'm not sure. In this type of a close game, you might want to just wait for the next advantage that your team can get. Right now, the only advantage that they can wait on is the 9-10 sniper or rockets. There's nothing else that they can really do besides wait. And they could try to push here.
Oh!
They were able to pick up a kill on Enable, but if they want to make a push, they've got to do it right now.
Enable was completely caught off guard. So what happened in that situation? Sneaky Beaver and Alumni literally crouched their way, like there was radar on the map, so they were like trying to hide off the motion detector. And then they get up there and they both team shot him. And so two people took him down super fast, just spamming shots in very incredible play.
You can see here, only Ace and Enable are trying to control these vents here. If all four of Active Rush do try to go up top, they could take top control back.
Sneaky Beaver's going to spot one of them there. Aries now is going to be pushing on the vent. They're trying to get him out. Aries is going to be taking shots, but it's going to work out for him. Flamesword now has an easy target here as Sneaky Beaver is not paying attention. That is a double kill. Good job. That is going to extend their lead to 5. These are looking good for Status Quo, and he is going for ridiculous plays. So now Flamesword's going to be watching this sniper. He has no idea where the members of Active Rush are. Alumni is up in the vent, and Assault actually has these new rockets, so things are looking very, very good for Status Quo.
You got to give props to Status Quo's coach there, too. Excellent job of making sure his team is on top of power weapons.
All right, so I have to know, Towie, do other coaches think other coaches suck? You know,
to a degree,
is there like
I
a
feel
battle
they do.
between coaches, like, oh, I'm a better coach than you?
It all depends on how they view coaching. A lot of coaches feel, for some reason, like they are as important or more important than the players. Sometimes, you know, as ridiculous as that may sound to some people, a lot of coaches do feel that way. And I mean, I take the stance that, you know, my team appreciates what I do, but I'm not the one moving the joystick.
No.
I'm not the one out shooting the opponents. I would never claim to have beaten another team myself. But I mean, I obviously feel like I do deserve some credit. My team does a great job of giving me credit, and I feel like I am certainly a part of the team when we do win a tournament.
Well, that is good. That is good. Great job of avoiding that question, by the way. So yes, Towie hates every other coach. So now we are seeing a good old-fashioned stalemate here. Enable does have the rockets. Frosty and Alumni will be controlling their vent. On the other side, Aries and Sneaky Beaver will be controlling theirs. So we are seeing as the game will be drastically slowed down. At Status Quo, they have Assault at the bottom tri-lift. Ace is waiting on the overshield. Enable has the rockets, as you can see, and Flamesword is at the drop down. So they are really just waiting here. And it seems as though Active Rush wants this sniper. Enable, why is he in this position?
He doesn't know exactly where the Active Rush members are. He wants them to push out so that he can pick up a very easy kill there. You see Frosty is just hiding on the garage door right around the other side, while Enable is crouching in the jetpack. They don't know where the other team is.
Frosty actually fell off from his vent.
You see Frosty pushing out now.
And now we see as the players will engage. Alumni's going to go with the melee grenade, and he is going to pick up a kill, and he is going to be cleaned up. So basically trading Frosty. Good job not chasing up that hill, or that tri-lift. Enable's going to barely miss that rocket. He had some splash damage. Frosty's going to be taken out as well as Aries. And Status Quo looks to be pushing here. They are 8 kills away, and we are seeing the T2 combo here in the home stretch. Enable's going to pick up that kill on Alumni. Flamesword's going to be coming up the stairs. Assault still has control up top, and Ace is coming up. Incredible job by Enable getting control of this. He has the jetpack, so he'll be able to avoid all of these grenades. Awesome play here, but Active Rush now has kind of flipped the map on them, and now they're trying to gain up top, but they have no power weapons, and they have no power up. So 6 kills away Status Quo is from taking this game. What could Active Rush do?
You know, they just got to go 1 kill at a time. We saw Triggers Down pull that comeback against Infamous, almost taking the game yesterday in the winners bracket semis. It's so hard to come back. You got to go 1 kill at a time and focus on no deaths for your team.
All right, so Enable starting to heat up. He's got dual assists. They are 1 kill away.
They collapse on that last kill, as you see them doing. Very good job by Status Quo there.
Status Quo going up 2-0 over Active Rush, but Active Rush is still competing with them. hats off to the guys from Status Quo right there. I love how they were able to change, the pace of the game consistently throughout. We saw it was aggressive,
Sure.
Slower pace, and it definitely shows the discipline of those guys.
Oh, absolutely. They did a very fantastic job of making Active Rush play the game at their pace. Status Quo controlled how that game was played, and that's what ultimately led to them winning.
All right, well, taking a look at the stats here, we see as Ace and Enable are going to be at the top. Ace went +7. I feel like we didn't even see his screen that much, but he did an excellent job. And on the other side, Elum Knight didn't have the best game. But, everyone's going to have those games. It is a part of Halo Reach.
Absolutely.
So game number 3 is going to be Team King on Oasis, and I believe Shockwave's going to get back in the booth. So before you leave, who do you want to start off with? I will give you that gift.
We didn't get to see too much of Ace in the last game. He went +7. Let's see what he can do. Let's start off with him.
All right, well, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Sounds good.
When we return, I will have Shockwave in the booth. Stay tuned.